Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I'm going to start a Let's Play of Palworld. It's still in early access, but it's a great game so far. I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping you guys are too. I'm going to leave everything just default as far as settings and difficulty goes. I have played this game a couple times. I haven't beaten it, so we're going to kind of be learning together. I know the basics. Do character creator real quick. Most important most important aspect of any game. I wish I had hair like that, but unfortunately that's the color hair, or the style hair I have. Alright, I will be playing on controller. I'm on my PC, but my mouse sucks. And I don't know, I kind of like the controller for this game. The towers are the key, and the tree holds the truth. Okay. So I'm not going to do anything crazy or glitchy or game breaking or anything like that. It is an early access, so there are some glitches and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm going to do basically what the game was intended to do. So let's go through the tutorial. I picked up some wood, that was the first thing. Now the survival guide, I'm not going to do this on screen, but I definitely recommend going over it if you don't know how to play. Let's talk to this guy, he'll give you some wood. We're going to make our way down here, and we're going to pick up all the stone and wood and stuff off the floor. And then after we do that, let's see what we need. So something I have learned, and it messed my main playthrough up a lot, is you do not need attack. It's kind of it's not useless, but I hope they fix it by the release, because your attack really doesn't mean much. Alright, so now we need to level up real quick. I'm gonna go wait. Now if you're playing solo, then work speed is nice, but if you're playing on a server you don't need work speed. Your pals will do that for you. For the most part, you can get everything. I don't get repair kits. You don't really need them. And then I'm not going to craft a sphere first. I'm going to go ahead and get a pickaxe, and then I'm going to get an axe. Now we can get resources much easier. So let's take a look at what we got. We got plenty of wood. Let's go get some stone real quick. I know there's one around here. There it is. No, it's a structure. There's some stone we can mine. Alright, so as far as some early game tips go, before you leave an area, make sure you have 10 of each of the pets or pals that you can catch, and that will make sure you are as high a level as you need to be. Alright, so now we have plenty of stone. Actually, let's kind of even it out a little bit and get some wood. Alright, so we don't need a weapon yet. I don't really use the club. I prefer more of the bow and arrow approach. But if you do want a melee, the spear is way better. I think anyways. Gives you a little bit of reach, and I feel like you attack a little bit faster with it. Alright, now, as far as pals, my favorite one to start with is Kativa. I'm not going to just let this lamb go away. We need him for some wool anyways. Alright, so we're going to have 2 of our lambles. Now we can make cloth. We're going to need 1 more wool before we can have enough wool and cloth to make a set of clothing, which we will unlock next level. Alright, I think that's plenty of stone for a little bit. Let's go pick up our bench. To do so, you go into your build menu, and at the bottom will be your command for disassembly mode. Controller, it's your right stick. Mouse and keyboard, I believe it's C. Alright, so if your stamina runs completely out like mine just did, you cannot do anything until that goes all the way back up. So I try not to let it go down all the way. Alright. So as far as leveling up goes, the first couple levels I take all work speed and carry weight. And basically what that'll allow you to do is it makes it so you don't need to make a base right away. And I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is wait until... Why did that set that down so far away? Alright. So let's make me a bow. Yeah. And you can pull out your lamble and he'll help you make your bow. We'll make a bow, a couple arrows, and then some pal spheres. Let's go ahead and make 15 arrows. When you're making arrows, it's 3 times more than the number that you pick. And then after that, we'll make the rest into pal spheres. The beginning part of the game can be kind of tedious, but that's why I do like putting points into... Actually, let's get a spear too. Oh, we're gonna need another wool. But yes, that's why I like putting points into work speed. Helps the game not feel so tedious. We do have some food. Yes, we do. So as of right now, there's a glitch in the game. You're going to see me use it quite a bit. Whenever you have food in your inventory, there is a timer. Once that timer reaches 0, you will lose a piece of the food. However, if you sort your inventory, the timer resets. You want to make sure that you are fed. When you don't, your stats go down. Alright, so there's Kativa. I definitely want him. I think he's the best starter one. He increases your weight, which I will show you in a moment. Alright. So, each pal has a couple of different things. They have a partner skill, and Katiba's partner skill is while he's in your team, he increases your carrying capacity by 50 points. Alright, and then they all have work suit abilities. We'll go over that a little bit later once we set up our base. That is the world boss at spawn. Don't mess with him. He will kill you very easily. Alright, let's go ahead and take out this Lamble. Alright. Now we have enough wool where we can make ourselves some clothing. Clothing will help keep you warm at night and give you a little bit of armor. So if you don't have clothing, you're going to want a torch before it gets dark time. Because once it gets dark, the temperature drops. And if the temperature drops while you're naked, like I am currently, you will begin to take damage. Alright, so now we have that. Is there anything else we can craft while we're here? Not really. No big deal. Let's go catch us some more pals. I am going to aim for this Kativa first. And then I'll come over here and get this Lamel. Just like Pokemon or any other game that you gotta capture monsters, you want to weaken them before you try and catch them. The lower their HP, then the easier they are to catch. If you can manage to get behind them, you will get something called a back bonus, which will give you a higher chance of catch. Yeah. So basically the three starters of this game are your Chickpea, your Lamble, and your Kativa. Before I move on, I always get all three of them. 10 of them. It will get dark before I do that, but that's okay. And then whenever you're running around, just make sure you pick up all these stones and branches. It's going to save you durability on your tools, and it's just a lot faster. Alright, let's go ahead and level up. I'm going to take a work speed. We won't worry about technology just yet. Ooh, there's an egg. That'll be some nice food for us. Yeah. Alright, over here is some palladium. I will mine that. That's going to be a key ingredient in making Palspheres, which we will go ahead and build some more of, because we are getting low. We can make 5. Now after I level up my work speed by twice, I don't mess with it too much, not for a little bit. And constantly crafting like we are is constantly lowering our weight, because we're consuming all of the materials that we've been picking up. Alright, we have more stone than wood. So maybe we'll chop down a tree here in a little bit. Yeah. So as you guys can see, it's pretty easy to catch these 3 starters. There's a couple more Cativas over there we'll make our way over to. The next thing I am going to level up will be stamina. That's going to let us work longer, sprint longer. It's just a nice general ease of life. Alright, so we have 7, now we have 8. We only need 2 more. Here's some Cativas. They came to me. We are out of Palspheres though. Alright. So let's go ahead and make some more. You will encounter pals that are higher level than you. I just leave them alone and they'll leave you alone for the most part. There are some hostile pals, but you won't encounter them for a little bit. Okay, so when you are trying to find a location for a base, the more open it is, the better, because your base does not get bigger over time. You can get more bases eventually, but the size of your base once you set it down does stay the same. So this right here is a nice open area. You want it to be more flat than not. I will just go ahead. We have plenty of berries right now. I'm not going to pick those up. Alright. Well, apparently I will pick up a couple. So let's go ahead and set this down. We'll make some more Palspheres. 15, perfect. Alright. Off in the distance, right above my bench, you see that glowy green thing. Those are Lift Monk energies. And, you get those, and eventually you will find a statue of power, or you can make your own statue of power, and you can trade those in there to increase your capture rate. So that capture rate will let you catch your pals a lot more easy. Oh, not a lot more, but slightly easier. We're getting kind of low on these, so we will level this up, or gather some more of these. And we're going to level our stamina up another time. In the beginning part of the game, your health doesn't really matter as much as your ease of life stats, quality of life stats, such as your work speed, your carry weight, and your stamina. Alright, let's see what we got going on. We need some more stone. Your pals can help you if they have the certain ability. And Cativa has the mining suitability. Oh, our weapon is damaged. So, let's go ahead and make ourselves a repair bench. And Cativa will also help you build sometimes. Apparently he wants to mine. That's okay. We need the stone anyways. Alright, so from here we can repair our tools cheaper than we can make a new set. So, let's do that. And then when you're going to throw out your pal, you can tell him what to do. So because Cativa can mine, it's going to say this pal can be assigned. If I switch back over to Lamble, he cannot mine. So it says, in red it says cannot be assigned. And as you progress in the game, you'll encounter stronger pals that have increased work suitabilities. So eventually you'll get someone that has mining 2, and they'll mine faster than Cativa will. There are some skills that certain pals have that will increase their work speed and whatnot. I will show you those once I find one. Alright, we have enough where we can probably make ourselves some more spheres before we head out.
Yeah.
And like I said, just leave these guys here alone, and they'll leave you alone. But if you so happen to be fighting somebody over here, and you go to throw a pal sphere and you miss, and hit him instead, he will get upset with you. Alright, so we have plenty of spheres. Let's go catch these chickpeas over here. Oh, there's some lambles. We'll get those instead. This is ore. It will be very, very important in the next stage of the game. A lot of stuff that you need to craft with requires it. However, it will just weigh us down right now, so we're not gonna mine any of it up. And you need a pal needs mining 2 in order to work. Alright, we completed Lamble. That is 6 chickpeas. Yep. That deer right there is a good pal to have eventually. And then if you're ever uncertain on how many you have to go, you can come over here in your pal deck. And in the bottom right corner, it says complete because we have caught 10 out of 10. We still need 6 more Cativas and 4 more chickpeas. So let's go ahead and get that done. That is a Fox Sparks. He is another very good pal to get. And Gumas. We're not going to go down there just yet. So it is starting to get dark. If you're playing solo, you can sleep the night away. If you're playing on a server, everybody on the server has to sleep as well. So if you're playing on a server, be prepared for dark. It's not too bad. Certain pals only come out at dark, so that's the only way to catch some of them. But in order to build a bed, you need a building for it. Now, you don't need to get fancy. All you need is a foundation and a roof. This is the bare minimum you need for a bed. And you just come over here. We're going to need 8 more wood. So I'll go chop down a tree real quick. Perfect. Take the bed, pop it down.
Yeah.
And we have our first shelter. And whenever you build something, you can take it down. You get all your materials back for it. So there is no penalty to not. And then you just break the bottom part of it, and the rest crumbles, and we have all of our materials back. Alright. Let's go find some more chickpeas and Cativas. Now, I'm not quite sure on the spawning mechanics quite yet, but I do know if you fast travel out of a location and then back, it will reset all the spawns. So the reason why I like a bow is whenever they run away from you, you can attack it, and now he'll get mad and try to attack. Perfect. And we have leveled up. I'm going to continue to work on stamina. I do that 5 times. We'll go over this stuff in a moment, but I do want a parachute. And then we'll build this stuff as we need them. We could get a bat. I prefer the spear over the bat, but to each their own. And let's actually build the parachute real quick. I'm assuming we have enough stuff for it. We're going to need 2 cloth. And then on longer projects like this, I definitely like to pull my pal out. It cuts the work speed in half. And I'll show you another trick that is in early access. It's probably a bug. It'll probably be removed, so use it as you will. But when we get a pal and we catch that pal, if you jump up and climb on top of this thing, oh, I didn't get it. But you want to climb up on it as fast as you can. It will launch you in the air. I'm going to try and do it on the next thing. Ooh, we got a skill fruit. To any of you who have played Pokemon, this is basically a TM. It will teach your pal whatever move that is. So, Poison Blast. So I could teach that to, say, Kativa, and he'll have a poison type move. Inside of your survival guide, there is an elements chart. And in that elements chart, it will show you who's weak to what. There is no, as far as I'm aware, not very effective attacks, just super effective. I couldn't get up there in time. It's alright. Let's go hunt down this Kativa. Oh, some chickpeas instead. Oh, I accidentally killed it. And then the bow, the longer you hold it back, the stronger the attack is. And there won't be much of a drop off either. Alright, I'm not very good at this. Let's find ourselves one more Kativa. And how many more chickpeas? 3 more. Okay. Then if you press down on the D-pad while you are on controller, it will cycle through your pal spheres. You'll get stronger ones later in the game. But if you don't have any, obviously nothing happens. If you cycle through your weapons, though, you'll see them. It's a good way to check. We have 12 left. Alright, so we made it up. And then once this catches, launches us in the air. And then you're going to want the parachute so you don't take fall damage. But this will let you get a good look around. And then just right before you hit, you pull out your sphere or parachute and fall safely to the ground. Alright, now because we did that, I didn't manage to see how many chickpeas we needed left. We still need 2 more. So we have chickpea almost done. There's a Kativa over there.
What?
Now gliding does use stamina. And if you run out of stamina while you're gliding, you will fall. Alright, we got all 10 Kativas. Now we just need the one more chickpea, and we are ready to move on. And by all means, you do not need to do this. Obviously, we're a lot higher level than we need to be at the moment. I didn't mean to do that. But you can never be too high a level, but you can be under leveled. Alright. And that will give us our 10th and final chickpea. Alright, so now our next one is Fox Sparks. We've seen one of him. This guy is dangerous, but he's a good pal to have. Just waiting for my stamina to regen, and they ran away from me. Because we attacked his friend, this one's mad at us now. But they will shoot fireballs at you and catch you on fire. Dodging like that does lower your stamina by quite a bit. That's another reason why I like to level up my stamina. Alright. So then, one of the next pals that we're going to be working on is Cremus. He's pretty easy to catch, kind of harmless. Alright, we have our stamina up. From now, I'm going to level up my health. Will be the next thing I work on. Let's see. Now that we're starting to get into some of the more dangerous pals, let's build ourselves a shield. So the shield is basically a bunch of temporary hit points that will regenerate a lot faster than your normal health. As you can see in the bottom left corner right now, I am regenerating health, and you do so faster if you lay in bed. But that blue bar right there is our shield bar. And I believe the first shield has 100. Yep. So right below our player level, you see that 100 out of 100. It's going to give us a nice little comfort zone. And this is a Megasphere. That is the next stage of Pal Spheres that you can catch. It's kind of like a Great Ball if you're familiar with Pokemon. And these little guys, they hit kind of hard if you let them shoot you from range. They will shoot 3 icicles at you that deal quite a bit of damage and can freeze you. So you want to get close to them. Alright, we got a level 6 and a level 5. We're going to let them run away from each other. And while that's happening, we'll pick up that chest. They do respawn over time. Except now I lost one of the penguins. And probably lost the other one too. Oh, there he is. It's a little too far away for me to be wanting to shoot. So let's go ahead and make us some more Palspheres. Let's chop down. We need more palladium before we do so. Let's go get us a couple more Fox Sparks. As you can see, a couple of those attacks dealt more damage. It's because I hit him in the head. That's how you score a critical hit. Doing so will then stun them for a little bit on some mons, not all of them. Some pals, I'm sorry. But it'll do more damage and then kind of stun them a little bit. So if you can kind of spam headshots, it'll make battles a whole lot easier. Now, there are 3 Fox Sparks, and that's kind of dangerous. So let's see if we can lure this one to us without his friends coming. Nope. So I'm going to use this hill for cover. Now, if you're having a hard time in combat, you absolutely can send out your pal and they will fight with you. I don't like to do so when I'm trying to catch other pals because they tend to kill them, and once you knock them out, you can't catch them. Alright, Kremnis was going to try and run away. We'll make him mad so he doesn't. Alright. Ooh, who did we make mad? I don't know how that happened, but we are running. Is he mad at us or mad at something else? Okay, he was mad at something else. Probably one of those Kremnises shot it while he was trying to hit us. So this is a fast travel location. Let's go ahead and level up to get that out of the way. This will let you travel to any other fast travel spot. This is the only one we've unlocked so far. Or our base. So, now we're back at the start. So, if you are traveling around and you decide to not capture all these pals as you go, you can then come back pretty easily to catch the beginner pals. Or, because I know there's a lot of palladium back here, that's why I fast travel back. Ooh, and I forgot to grab the chest that was down here. And there's a journal over there. Now, on my playthrough, I did not find these in order, so they didn't really make a whole lot of sense. If that's something that you're really into, I'm sure there are channels on YouTube or the internet or whatever that have them all already unlocked, and you can just read them there. I'm not going to focus quite so much on lore of the game as I am just the gameplay. I do like a good story though. Okay, so now we can probably chop down a tree real quick, and then we'll craft up our Palspheres before we head back down to the area we were with our penguins and our fox sparks.
Yeah.
And then, as you progress later in the game, the things take longer to craft, but you'll get better pals that have higher crafting speeds and such. So it's not too bad, it kind of balances out. And then once you set up a base, your pals will work from that base even while you're not there. Now I could have walked back up to get that fast travel and just fast traveled back down. But I figured we could use the extra items we find along the way. And we might as well get these while we're going too. Now something else that you can do if you feel like you don't want to start at the beginner island is immediately after you respawn or spawn into the world, you can kill yourself, which I will show you how to do in just a moment. Where'd that other one go? I'm not sure, but he's not mad at us. So if you come over here to your options, you can click the respawn button, and that will let you respawn at various other quote-unquote starting areas. All your pals are going to be relatively low level, just like this. There'll be a couple of exceptions, just like there is right here, and there'll be a little bit of variety in the pals too. I just really like these pals to start with, and these are the pals that the game recommends you start with as well. So we could try and take this guy on. If there wasn't a second one right over here somewhere, he's kind of stuck. Maybe I will. I'm going to. But I will definitely have my pal help me fight this guy. And we'll just, alright, pull him back so he doesn't kill him. Alright. We have a low % chance of doing so. Oh, and we got lucky. Cool. So this guy, he is very good at mining. Or not mining, but chopping trees. That is his only thing. So, once we do set up a base, if we deploy him to the base, his only thing he'll do is chop trees. And that's going to be nice. We will definitely be capturing a few of him for our base, eventually. And we're going to want one for our team, because we can get a saddle for him and ride him around as a mount. And he travels way faster than we do. Those are those ice attacks I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I don't like to turn my back on those until I know they're caught. Perfect. Go ahead and level up our health again. We haven't eaten in a while, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, it is starting to get dark. Now I'm not going to sleep through the night because there's a couple pals that come out that I would like. And I will show you them. They're kind of hard to miss, because most of the pals at night have this like really weird pink glow about them. And something else that happens is the daytime pals will fall asleep. And when they fall asleep, you can attack them a lot easier, because you ain't got to worry about their friends coming to attack you because you attacked their friend. This guy's alone. I'm going to go ahead and just take him on now.
Yeah.
This guy does hit hard. I prefer to fight him from a range. Oh, I was not expecting him to go down that easy. Alright. It's okay. The Melpacas, we're not going to worry about just yet. We'll come back and get those as we level up. Something nice about nighttime, there's a lot of things in this game glow in the dark. Like these fragments right here. So they're a lot easier to see. That fast travel location down there. If we didn't know it was there, it's a lot easier to see. As well as the ore, it's kind of sparkling. I don't know what's going on, why I wasn't mining that. So something else you can do is you can craft yourself a torch, and that will light up the area around you, keep you warm if you don't have clothing. Alright, our pick is damaged, but pals are starting to fall asleep now. So if we wanted to catch one of these Melpacas, we could. But I am going to take this time. Oh, this one we knocked out. And there is one of the nighttime pals. See how it glows pink? It's very useful for finding them. And then you can see that life muck energy way over there. We wouldn't have been able to find that at daytime. Alright. Let's come down here and pick up this little glowy chest. Ooh, there is a Nightwing. He's a flying type pal. Well, not flying type, but eventually you can ride him. He's kind of tougher. He's level 9. But he's kind of hard to get during the day because he's up in the air and you don't necessarily see him. So let's go ahead and take him on. And he will actually come down and fight us. Where'd he go?
Yeah.
We'll let Kativa attack him one more time. Perfect. And we'll call him back. And boom, just like that, we got ourselves a Nightwing. But once we get... I'm going to save him for once we get better ranged weapons. Alright, so over here we have an egg. They come in various forms. This one will give us an ice-type pal. They do weigh a little bit, so I'm not going to pick it up, but it will respawn over time as well. So if we did pick it up, we could come back and get it again later. I'm going to work my way up to this Daydream. And then unlike other kind of like survival type games like Minecraft, oops, I didn't mean that. This will stay around in the daytime after it spawns in, but it will not take damage like a zombie or a skeleton would in Minecraft. These guys can be kind of annoying because they do float around. Alright, let's see if we get her. And we did. Alright. Let's go ahead and pick up our Kremnises real quick. Ooh, our spear is damaged. So it is doing significantly less damage. So much so that I'm just gonna do that. Now, we have a hook rates. Ooh, and that's why I don't like turning my back on them until after I catch them. Alright, so let's get that out of the way. So we have a hoot race. This is another one that only comes out at night. Ooh, and I didn't even see that one right there.
Yeah.
There's no shame in a little tactical retreat. Hide behind this rock for a second. Let our shield and health start to regen a little bit. Oh, he can shoot us anyways, so.
Yeah.
Okay. So our armor's damaged, our weapon's damaged, we're low on pal spheres, and we are almost out of arrows. This sounds like a good time to end the episode, actually. Starting with the next episode, we're going to find ourselves a little spot to call home. And it is not going to necessarily be around here. But before we do that next episode, we're going to catch these two. After I set down, you know, my repair bench and stuff like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, have fun.